Initiate. Set. Courtesy. Student trick number one. I intend to develop
Myself in a positive manner and to avoid anything that reduces my mental growth or my physical health.
Number two.
I intend to develop self-discipline in order to have the best of myself and others.
Number three.
I intend to use what I've learned in class constructively and defensively to help myself, my fellow man, and
Three claps. And so thank you, sir. Courtesy.
thank you, sir.
Trying to make sure what is needed. All right, so we're going to practice our guard. We commonly talk about keeping your body sideways, keep your hands up in the guard, but we don't really discuss what a good guard is, right? And so commonly, what you see the natural thing to do is to make fists and bring them in close to your face. But honestly, this isn't necessarily the best guard, right? A better guard would be if my hands are in front of me and they're loose and relaxed or just slightly open, right? Think about if somebody's about to punch me in the face, how would we block that? With what? Jack? A parry. And with a parry, what do? I open my hand and I push it, right? So from here, look how close my parry is. From here, I got to reach out to use that. So here, I'm that way. Imagine somebody goes to push me, right? I have to clear this way. My hands are like this, and I got to bring them up to clear. If my hands are already here, my hands are here. So here's what we're going to practice. Almost imagine like my hands are up against the pole, but they're not quite there. So my hands are in front of my body. So everybody do this. Set, hands to sides. And then just take a good side step back to the right foot. Right? Now just take your hands and just swing them up into front of your shoulders. My palms are going to be forward and my hands are in front of my shoulders. Now you're just going to do your jab. And if you jab, your right hand comes to your face and then you come right back to the same pocket. Jab, then you come back to your jab, and then back to your right. On your own, show. Go to work. Nice energy, jab. That's it. Jab, and then hands open.
Hands open, Zoom team, hands open.
Jab. Jab. Back to jab. Keep your fingers together, not apart. Stick it out like a thumb. Keep practicing. Another one time. Remember, make this when you punch. The other hand is right in tight. That's it. Keep the wall right up against your head. There you go, Jack. Good. Right. Rotate your shoulder, but you don't have to worry about turning your head, right? My shoulder turns into the punch, but my hips up to the trap, right? Keep going. Now do the same thing with your cross. So I'm here, I throw my cross, and then I get right back to my guard. I throw my cross, and then I get right back. Strong, yes, sir. Let's go to work.
Remember, Zoom team, even though you're pivoting on your back foot, you don't want to lift it off the ground. Keep it on the ground. You can still pivot off it, but you don't want to raise it.
And time. Now you guys are going to do squats. Remember, with a good squat, all 10 foot forward, my hips go back, my heels stay on the ground, and then you come right back up. Right, go. 30 seconds. Keep going. Watch. Heels on the ground. Heels on the ground. Heels on the ground. Squat, keep the heels on the ground. And time, set. Courtesy. Courtesy. Have a seat, butterfly stretch. Chin to the toes, come back from 5, 5, 4. And left leg up, right leg in tight. Yes, sir. Where was the east out? I said, where was the east out? Where the yes, sir? I think you want to get that ball. Come back from 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everyone named Dorian, come back from 5. And switch. Yes, sir. Much better. That's the way you should stretch a little more, right? Come back from 5. And sit right back up. Energy jack. All right, so this week we're doing leg extensions for front kicks. But instead of using the target to the wall this week, we're going to practice our balance at the same time. So I'm keeping my hands up and I'm going to curl up on the ball of my foot. I tuck my leg high, I front kick low, and I bring it back up and I set it down and then I go to my other foot. So I curl way up onto the ball of my foot, my knee comes up high, my kick comes low, my knee comes back up high, I set it down. So I'm just practicing perfect front kicks, nice and low, right? 30 seconds, let me see it. Go to work. Yeah. Good energy, Jack.
See, same thing, hold it for a second, back in and down.
Yes, that's it. Kick and bring it back in before we set it down. Tuck, kick, tuck, down. Tuck, kick, tuck, down. Tuck, kick, tuck. 2 more seconds, keep going. Let's see it on your own. Good. Put the point, curl back. And time, all right, so level 2 is you're gonna go up to the knee now with the kicks, and you have to hold it there for a count of 2. So now I have to go 1, 2, and then I come in and down. 1, 2, back in and down. 1, 2, back in and down. Make sense? Yes, sir. Good work. Yes, sir.
Let's 2 seconds, let's see if you hold it up by your knee. 2 seconds. And then knee up high in the air first. So bring it up and then throw the kick low. And then knee up high, kick low.
There you go, Johnny, really. That's it. And time. All right, now level 3. Which means we have to hold it up for how many seconds? 3 seconds, you're brilliant. And we have to go at least to the waist. So now you're gonna tuck and go 1, 2, 3, and then you switch. And try and count slow instead of going 1, 2, 3. Right? I've got to fight it. And you go 1, 2, 3. All right, make sense? Yes, sir. All right, alternating with me, ready? Go to work. Yes, sir.
1, 2, 2, get that kick, float back in and down. Right up by the waist. So it's nice and see if you guys can do it just like Reggie does. Hold it back in and down. Then a knee up, so kick out, hold it back in and down.
Where's your ass? Stay in your ass. More one in each leg. And set. 30 more seconds to spot. Go to work. Yes, sir. jack. Keep a little lighter for you. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yes. Go forward. There you go, jack. Good. Going. 20 more seconds. And time, set, proceed.
Thank you, sir.
Have seen legs out wide. And then off to the left side. All Dorians, come back from 5. Switch. Come back from 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And sit right back up, Priya, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next time, yeah. All right, so we're gonna move into kata. And we reviewed today, we're actually just gonna review that conference and anything. We're just going right into long one kata, moving basics. So this cycle, you guys are gonna learn long one kata. And long one is very similar to short one, but you're adding in some punches. But before we even get into it, we want to make sure that your basics are really strong. Because it's important, especially as well getting ready for the advanced level, that your stance and chambers will rock solid, right? So, neutral stance position. You can step back with your left foot, your horse stance, you do a corner block with your right hand. Go. Sit off, so that'll make count 1. And a horse stance, all the goes in the same direction. You need to bend away from each other. And then you turn into a hard bolt punch with your left hand. 2, sit off. And then again, position. Sit off. Step back with your left foot, inward block with your right hand. And then hard bolt punch with your left. Sit off. And position. Sit off. Step back with left, inward block with your right. Sit off. And then hard bolt punch with left. Sit off. And position. Sit off. And step back, block. Punch. Position. Block. Punch. Where's the energy, Martin? Position. Breathe. Block. Good stance and slow stance. Show me root. Nice, Jack. That's an awesome horse stance. Punch. Position. Block. See if you can hang the close. Jack shows you. Very good for you. Yes. Punch. Position. Now let's see if you can move as much energy as you got. Block. Good low stance. So punch. Nice. Position. Again. Block. Punch. Position. Block. Punch. Position. One more time. Block. Horse stance. Spin both knees. Punch. Position. And relax. All right, so now you're going to step back with your right foot doing an outward block into a punch. And you want to remember your hand comes from your hip as you do your outward block. So instead of me just stepping back and my hand comes up, I have to make sure I touch my hip as I go to block, and then I turn to the punch. Let's try it. Neutral stance. Position. So step back with your right foot, touch your hip with your left hand down. And then block with your left hand. And now hard roll punch to the right. And then neutral stance position. Yeah. Step back with your right foot into a horse stance. Touch your right hip with your left hand. Outward block with left. And that'll be a TR. And then hard roll punch to the right. TR. Hand position. TR. Step back with the left. Touch your hip. With the other foot. Yeah, the right. I'm sorry. Step back to the right. Step back to the right foot. Yeah. And then outward block with left. And then hard roll punch. And wait. Good hard roll. That from me. And neutral stance position. And step back with your right. Outward block. Yes. And then hard roll punch. And neutral stance position. Energy jack. That should do the same energy as a door. Yes, sir. Step back, outward block. And shake the other hand, do a little stance, punch.
See zoom team.
Sit down,
Tight
and
punches, tight punches. Let me see it, zoom team.
and outward block. Punch.
I want everybody to have as much energy as Jack.
And block. Outward block. Punch. Sishin. 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 3 more times. Block. Punch. Sishin. Block. Punch. Sishin. Block. Punch. Sishin. All right, so now you're going to do the same thing, but with the left side stepping back and an upward block with the right hand. All right, let's see it. Jump back on your X. And Sishin. Step back left, upward block right. Block. And then upward block. Punch. Straight ahead.
See it, zoom team. Strong punches.
Sishin. And block.
Strong block. Pull his chambers back.
Hand tight. Nice. Yeah. Bend those knees. Bend those knees. And punch. Sishin. Block. Oh, much better. Punch. Sishin. Nice energy. Ready? Block. Oh, you block very well. Keep your eyes open. Well, block. You knew what I was going to do. How did you miss it? Punch. Sishin. Block. Punch. Sishin. Block. Well, don't. Bring your palm up. Bring your palm to the ground. Bring your palm up. Punch. Sishin. Block. Yes, much better. Punch. Sishin. Block. Punch. Sishin. Block. Punch. Sishin. Block.
See it, zoom team. Zoom team. Strong block. Strong block.
Block. Punch. Sishin. All right, so now relax. Downward block into punch. What do you suppose the downward block is block? Jack. Coming down on you? Like, actually from underneath, like from my ankle cover or something? What do you think, Dorian? Maybe attacking your leg with hit you in the leg like that? Well, if they attack our leg, you're actually going to learn to block with your leg. What else? Just give me a big hand. Right, and what kind of strike? Right, but probably with what kind of a strike? Right, yes, a kick. Very good. Right? So this would be like I'm coming through and I'm trying to kick you. And you're stepping back and you're blocking it strong. Right? Now, my leg is bigger than your arm, so that block has to be strong. Right? Let's see. Neutral stance. Sishin. So you can step back with your right leg, touch your shoulder with your left, step back, hard block. And now hard punch back. And Sishin. Yeah. Step back, block. Yeah.
See it, zoom team.
Yeah. Sishin. Yeah. Block.
Be as intense as Jack is.
Punch. Yeah. Sishin. Yeah. Block. Yeah. Punch. Sishin. Where's the energy? Block. Down block. Punch. Sishin. Block. I don't think you're breathing. Punch. Sishin. Block. Punch. Sishin. Block. Punch. Sishin. Block. Punch. Sishin. Sishay! Last one, what? Punch! Sishay! Set! Good seat. Perfect squat. Let me see him go. You know what? No, they can just have their own. You might as well also. No, have their own. Otherwise it'll be something. Remember, always go forward. Don't let your heels kick out. Go straight ahead. Heels should be directly behind your toes. Heels directly behind your toes. Right. There you go. Better. Oh, you're sure. Keep working hard. See if you can get jack sweat. More. And time. All right, guys. So we're gonna be doing our back leg front kicks. Start. So I'm gonna find our back leg front kick. Maybe start getting the ball in the foot. But I'm also gonna try to get super strong and super fast. So I'm gonna go. See ya. Right back in my guard. But wait, when I'm doing this, I want to make sure after I kick, my hands are up and open, just like how we were practicing at the beginning of class. So I don't want my hands to like this. I'll open like this. And here, for my front kick, right back to my guard. Any questions? No.
Sure.
There's Jack. Guards up, and the target. And super loud, yes sir. Now we hear everybody. Go to work. Yes, sir. Keep on going to the seat, knock it over. Again, keep them all up. Good. Keep going, the seat check. Power. And Zoom team. If you guys don't have something to kick, just do the drill and form. Here, fire and kick, and right back down. So don't worry about something you don't have to kick. Keep going, if you get a whole kick in. With the warm up. Keep going. Yep, get better. And time. All right, guys. Now we're going to move into our knee leg front kick. I'm still going to make sure my hands are closed, like this, or not in the fist. So just kind of my fingers together, right above my head. Yeah, exactly like that. Sorry, with me. And for my knee leg front kick, over here. Knee leg front kick, right back down my guard. Knee leg front kick, back down my guard. Any questions? No. Good energy, Jack. And guards up. How are you doing this time? Good work. Yeah. Jack, you better from here. And time. All right, guys. So now we're going to move into our slide front kick. So I'm going to have my guard up, same way we had it so far for all today, with our hands open and out. And now my back is going to slide in my lead leg. After my front kick, right back in and down. So look at it. See ya. Right back to my guard. Any questions? No? All right, guards up. I want to hear super loud yes sir on both of you. And go to work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Turn up.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're walking,
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Good power. Again.
Yeah.
And again.
Yeah.
I want you to repeat the breath. You repeat the breath.
Yeah.
on that page.
Yeah.
Yes, good,
Yeah.
good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, Harry. Knock it over, knock it over.
Yeah.
Good, yes, just like that, good. Keep going, Harry.
Yeah.
Good, then he up, make sure you hard. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Good, nice, and again, go.
Yeah.
Good, and again.
Yeah.
Make sure your hands are up and open. And one more, go, last one.
Yeah.
Good, and time. All right, guys, yeah. Jackie, have time for one more conditioning round. We started to be both. That's all right. So we're gonna do back leg front, lead leg front. I'm gonna go here, plant back. Actually, we're gonna do back leg front, flat front kick. We're gonna do back leg front kick, plant down, side front kick. Back to my guard. Following it so fast on these. You're going to get back and take try to get yourself tired. Guards up and super out. Yes, sir. It's gonna work.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last 30 seconds. And still good form, still good hands up. Yes, that's much better. Keep going. Keep going up. Make sure you hit the longer. One and time. All right, guys. And everybody face back towards me. And position. Set. And currency. All right, so this last several weeks we've been talking about the laws of stratospheric success, right? And it's really about being a go-getter. Many times people will be someone that's really successful when they think that how they're a go-getter. They're always trying to make things happen and have a lot of energy. But the truth is what they really have is a lot of value to add to life, right? And so there's certain things that they do considerably. They're much more of a go-giver than a go-getter. And the first thing we talked about was the law of value. And then we talked about the law of, remember, that's the law of value, compensation. And then last week we talked about the law of influence, right? This week is the law of authenticity, right? Now, when something's authentic, have you ever heard that word before, authentic? Right? So authentic means that it's like real. So like if I were to say, this is an authentic Apple Watch, right? That means it's a real Apple Watch instead of just like the fake one. And I was like, oh yeah, I have an Apple Watch, but it's really not an Apple Watch, but I said it. Do you understand the difference? Right? So authentic means that it's real. And commonly, especially with sometimes with kids, they might hear, for instance, somebody else's storyline, hear somebody's story that they tell them, they're like, oh, that was a really cool story, and then they make it their own, right? Sometimes we might call that what? Lying, right? Because I'm telling stories. Maybe they're harmless, but I'm trying to make somebody else's life my own. I'm kind of stealing your life in a sense. And I don't really need to do that. To be the best person I can be for the people around me, I want to be authentic, right? What really happens to me, I want to share with you. Now, if I have a good story to tell or it has a good meaning behind it, maybe I'll borrow a story from someone else, but I always want to give them credit. So I might say, I remember this one time Mr. Tester was, and I tell a story about his life. But I explain that it was his life, not mine. I'm not going to say, oh, this is what happened to me when it really didn't. Because then would I be authentic or would I be lying? Lying. And I want to make sure I remain authentic. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody, last chance. Loud and proud as a dedicated student on the martial arts. I will live with the principles of black belt. Honesty, courtesy, integrity, self-control, perseverance, and indomitable spirit. What is the goal? Neutral stance, position, set, courtesy, out, impact martial arts, awesome, high five, get out of here.
Guys in team.
Yes. What about your black? So what has to happen is